What's up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the numbers. This is my last look for UFC 261. Jorge Masvidal going against Kamaru Usman, and what a card we have tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to laying that $70 down. I mean, sometimes there's these cards where you're like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to pay that 70, but tonight, I mean, 3 title fights, you really can't get much better than that. So we'll kind of go through the chat here. We'll talk some odds, we'll talk some bets, we'll talk some DraftKings strategy, all that. Don't know how many people will show up, but we had a good turnout last time. Big card tonight. So before we get into it, if you guys can leave a like on this video, would really, really appreciate it. We have a bunch of people in the chat already. Grateful Dude was in here at 2:45. There you go, up and early. Let's see what we got. Yeah, the fights start at 6 o'clock in about 59 minutes. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Getting pumped? I'm getting pumped as well, man. I'm looking forward to this card. Have a ton of action. We'll go over all that in this video here. What's up, Dustin? Let's win some money. Brady Bunch. What's up, Brady? Ready for these fights? I'm ready for these fights as well. The prelims, they're a little bit iffy, but I think they'll be fun. What's up, Huncha? How you doing? What's up, Spencer? Fire card and fans. You're right. First card with fans sold out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting to see how much different it is from going from the Apex for so long to a full crowd of fans. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see what we got. What's good? Brady pumped up for tonight. I'm pumped up as well. Hey, Brady, moving some dollars on your analysis as well as my crazy parlay. Let's go. What parlay are you going with, Lucas? Yes, sir. What's up, Kyle? Let's go. Hugely appreciate the extra content. Hey, no problem. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, if it's and still times 3, I'm gonna be rolling in money. So hopefully that happens. Triple and still parlay. Yeah, a ton of people on that parlay. Hopefully it hits. Like I said, if that hits, then I'll have a really good night. No afterlock fight cancellations. Yep, last week was a disaster. Lost like half my lineups because of that. So hopefully none of that. What's up, Sosa? How you doing? Potential points in an Andrade loss. I think so. I think if it goes to decision, she can rack up some points. She's going to throw a ton of volume, possibly get some takedowns. Is anyone here betting on Andrade? And that's interesting you say that because the line on this fight has got insane. You take a look at Shevchenko, she's minus 500 pretty much across the board. You got minus 450. You can get Andrade, plus 435. What? Plus 435. You can get her at plus 375. I mean, I don't know. I think the line should be a little bit closer. But then again, I really do think Shevchenko gets it done. I mean, she's the much more technical striker. Andrade, yes, she's very aggressive, but with that aggressiveness, she does leave a ton of openings to get hit. So, yeah, the line, it's getting a little nuts here. And the line movement overall in the card has been pretty crazy throughout the week. We now see, like, a lot of people are doing that and still parlay. We have Kamaru Usman minus 400, Zhang Weili minus 200, Shevchenko minus 500. Everybody's doing that parlay. I have Shevchenko Usman in a 2-legger, but yeah, hopefully that does hit for the majority of people out there. If it does, I'm gonna have a really good night. But yeah, I mean, Andrade, it's not the worst look if you're looking for some value. If you're looking for an underdog that's gonna fight for your money, but I think Shevchenko wins. Buffalo says smash the like. I agree. What's up, Brady? What's up, Aaron? How you doing? Sekulic or Vargas in cash or GPP? I don't know. I think Sekulic is interesting. He has that unknown factor of we haven't seen him in 2 years coming off of a PED suspension. And I think he can win as long as he does not get knocked out just by doing more, going for takedowns. Vargas, not the best fighter in the world going against Rong, who, I don't know, he's young. I'd personally say Sekulic, but I have a little bit of both. I can tell you my ownership's on both of them, actually. So I do have only 9% Vargas. I have 25% Sekulic. So a little bit more on the Sekulic side. I think he could surprise some people. Or he can get knocked out in the first couple minutes. Both are very possible. Crute versus Smith is an awesome way to start the main card. I'm backing Crute, though. Yeah, I'm going pretty hard on Crute. I have 2 units on Crute at minus 190. Really confident in it. Kind of weird seeing the line not move. I really expected the line to start moving throughout the week. But we kind of see it moving here. Minus 227, minus 225. 227, 215. Over the week, we saw it just sit right at that minus 200 mark, minus 190 mark. But now we see some money flooding in on the Crute side, and I do agree with that. I think it should be closer to the opener, which was minus 240. I think it should be around there personally. But Smith's notorious for getting these comeback victories and surprising people. But I sure hope not. Pillow Fist, hey, Brady, going to be a good day? I hope so. I'm going to hopefully start off the night right with the first fight of the night. Liang Na, Ariane Carnelosi, the people's main event, the fight we're all looking forward to. It's going to be a hilarious fight. I do expect Na to come out here, spam takedowns in the first 15 seconds. If she doesn't, she probably gets knocked out, but it's going to be hilarious. Carnelosi, easily the most jacked on the card, competing with Kamaru Usman. She is ripped. It's insane. And then Liang Na is going to have a pretty big height and reach advantage as well. So pretty hilarious fight. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do expect some violence, and I do expect the under to hopefully hit in that fight. Went for Usman Zhang parlay plus 150. I like it. Yo, let's get it. I agree. Let's get it. First card I'm going to pay for in a while. Yay. I usually pay for the majority of them unless they're like really bad. But yeah, this one I don't mind paying the 70. Hank Hill. What's up, Hank? Got Crute, Valentina, Weili, Usman on a parlay. The big four. Yeah, I think they all four win. I'm more of like a two-legger guy, but I do think they all four win. Don Taylor, Andrade, Weili, Usman parlay inside the, or Usman parlay inside the distance. They're all inside the distance. I don't know if they all win inside the distance. Probably some big numbers there. And relatance to odds. Well, what's up, Big Show? Yeah, Big Show and the boys are going live on Pub Sports Radio Live at 6. I will not be on there initially. I might come on, towards the main card. They do live betting, commentary. It's really fun time if you guys want to go check them out. I'm usually on there every week, but not sure I'm going to be on there this week. You think Liang can get Ariane to the ground? I don't know. That's the big question. That is the big question because I don't know. Her wrestling is decent. She's relentless with it. Ariane, I've never seen her personally taken down. I watched all her fights that I could, and I've never seen her taken down. But maybe she does get taken down. I don't know. We'll have to see. If she does, I think she can have some success, but I really don't know what's going to happen. If she doesn't, she's probably going to pull guard. It's just going to be a really weird fight. Randy Brown is a great bet. I wouldn't say so, but maybe a lot of people are really high on Randy Brown. I think I'm like the only one picking Oliveira, but we see the line coming in on Oliveira. He's now plus 120. You can now get Brown at like minus 130, minus 141. I think he opened up like minus 170. So yeah, the money's been flooding in on Oliveira. I don't know why. I don't know why people would be betting on Oliveira or really this fight in general. This is probably the biggest fight that I'm going to pass on, or the biggest pass on the card for me. But yeah, good luck. Brown can definitely win. Oliveira is extremely untrustworthy. You don't know which Oliveira is going to show up. I would be shocked if he won a decision. I'd be shocked if Masvidal won a decision. I just don't see how it's going to happen with. We have a troll. We have a troll in here, and I'll put him in timeout. I'll give him another chance. I'm feeling nice today. It's a nice card. I'll just put him in the timeout. I'm not going to block. But yeah. Anyway, back to the could Masvidal win a decision. No, I'd be really shocked if he did. I think if he's going to win, it's going to have to be by a knockout. Andrade by KO plus 900 still fade for me. I mean, Shevchenko's never been knocked out. If Nunes couldn't do it, is Andrade going to do it? I don't think so. But maybe. What's up, Chris? Have you played the new Verd Dance yet? No, I have not. I've been extremely busy. I'm trying to get ahead, heading to Vegas on Wednesday. But once I'm back, I will definitely check out the new map. Hope you got that sleep and you're ready for the long night of fights, Brady. I got some sleep. I was up late, though, as always. If there's one fight to throw $5 on to end in the first 60 seconds, which fight is it? All right, which fight would it be? The first 60 seconds. If I had to pick one, maybe Dwight Grant, Stefan Sekulic. Maybe Grant gets him out of there in like 60 seconds. I could see that one, if anything. Probably Grant. Don't expect it, though. Carnelosi or Hall in DKGPP. I went Carnelosi personally. I don't think Hall's an awful play, but if Hall does get taken down round 1, round 2, he gets that third round knockout. It probably doesn't score well, where you have Carnelosi who probably gets a finish. I know it's hard to trust her in GBP with this fight in general, but I'd probably lean towards Carnelossi. What's up, Sosa with the dono? Let the MMA Kings let us eat tonight. I agree. Hopefully we eat tonight. It should be a good night. It should be a really good night. The majority of my action is on that main card. I have like pretty much all my bets on that main card. I have only like three or four bets on the prelims. But yeah, the majority of my action is on that main card pay-per-view. Weird feeling about Liang getting the win. Hey, she definitely could. She definitely could. I actually took a shot on her by submission at plus 500 for, a little shot, 0.25 units. Because if she does win, it's probably by submission. We have seen Carnelossi submitted before, so I wouldn't be shocked at all if she won. It's just not overly confident in it. What's up, General? How you doing? Good luck tonight. Dude, a lot of people thought the fights were last night. It was insane. It's every week. 1.5 units on the hometown. Hope Masvidal just for fun. Anything can happen in the UFC. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people betting on Masvidal. I saw like on Twitter there was this thing that said like 90% of the bets are coming in on Masvidal, and then 90% of the money is coming in on Usman. So yeah, a lot of people are taking the shot on Masvidal at those dog odds. It's just you see the actual money coming in on the Usman side. Yeah, if Usman wins, for me personally, it's going to be a really good night. It's going to be a really good night. If he loses, I'll probably have a losing night. But Usman's a guy that you can trust. You can trust this guy. People call him boring because he fights to his game plan. He does those foot stomps, and I'm gonna be loving it. I'm gonna love every single foot stomp because I know every single foot stomp is one last opportunity that Jorge has to knock him out. What's up, Darcy? Huge card. Let's go. I agree. Let's go. The fights are tonight. The fights are starting pretty soon here in like 38 minutes, if my math is correct. Wait, 48 minutes. My parlay, I bet 5 times Usman, Zhang, Valentina, Sabatini. I like that. I like that parlay. I hope there isn't any last-minute cancellations like the Stevens fight. Messed up a lot of my lines. Yeah, that killed me. But what killed me even more was the Romanov situation. Costed me, a couple $1,000. Romanov. Yeah, what do you guys think of that Romanov situation? Very unfortunate. I was kind of upset about it initially, and then I went back and looked at my lineup and saw that, hey, I was like an Espino decision away from a couple $1,000, and then I felt sick to my stomach, man. Like, that's crazy. So Josh, Oliveira, a fun underdog. I mean, nothing really fun about it for me. I definitely don't want to bet him. I'd probably never bet him again. You just can't trust the guy. If anything, in the future, I'll bet against him. Not here, but I did bet against him in his last fight against Rakhmonov. Gunny, that's too many legs. I'm more of a 2-leg guy, but there are people that like to do more legs. So we got here. Somebody said Usman by foot massage. Hey, I agree. Yes, it was. Then I have a 6-legger from last week that closes with Usman, Weili, Valentina. Yeah, everybody has... It seems like Valentina in a parlay and Usman in a parlay. So either, I don't know, it's going to, hopefully they get it done. I agree. Do you think Carnelossi round 1 is a good look? She looks huge. I think it could be a good look. Like if does not get that first round submission, probably going to gas out. She's going to quit. And if she strikes with Carnelossi for any period of time, I think she gets knocked out. She's going to pull guard. She's going to end up on bot. It's going to be a weird fight. But I do expect violence. I do have the under in that fight, and I do expect somebody to get finished, hopefully. I took a very small stab at Randy Brown late sub, plus 200, plus 2,000 round 2, or round 3, plus 2,500. That's a decent look because we do see Oliveira slow down. Oliveira has been submitted 4 times. I don't hate that. Exactly. Everybody doing that parlay. Let's see what we got here. Good luck, my guy. I like all of them individually. It's just so dangerous having more than 2 legs. Yeah, I'm more of a 2-leg guy. I've done like 3 legs a couple times. I think I'm like 1-1 with the 3-leggers. Danaa, yeah, hopefully get it done. The Danaa line movement's pretty insane. So I got it at minus 138 last week. This was a play that I've been eyeing for a month. Bet it early last week, and he's now a insane minus 225, minus 200, minus 223, minus 215. I get it. I don't know if it should be like minus 225, but I do think it should be like around the minus 200 range, minus 180, minus 190. So I got in early And I also sprinkled the knockout prop as well, as Natividad has been knocked out in both of his losses. Batgerel, a lot of power. So yeah, hopefully Danaa gets it done. That'd be a great way to start the pay-per-view. Rong or Grant. Goodness. I don't know. Rong. I go with Rong, I guess. But I like Usman more. I like Shevchenko more. I like Crute more. So Masvidal flying knee. Exactly. Nothing is guaranteed. There are no locks in MMA. Brady, I'm drunk. There you go, Michael, getting ready for the card. Usman, Valentina, Weili, Crute, Sabatini, and Danaa parlay for plus 650. Not bad. It is a tough slate with 3 5-rounder. It is a pretty tough slate, especially you see all the ownership gravitated towards those 3 title fights. All the ownership gravitated towards that pay-per-view card. So I'm telling you guys right now, I think, don't be surprised at all if we see, somebody in these first 3 4 fights of the card in the optimal lineup at very, very low ownership. So I do have those fights sprinkled for sure. I got 2,000 on Usman and Shevchenko. Do you think it hits? I hope so. I hope so. I have a decent amount of honor on the plays as well. Are the fights right now? No, they're going to be starting pretty soon here. 44 minutes. I hope not. A Jorge baptism would be the worst thing that could happen to me personally. 5 guaranteed picks. Nothing's guaranteed, but I do really like Kamaru Usman. I like Shevchenko. I like Usman by decision. I like Jimmy Crute. I like Zhang Weili. I like Danaa Batgerel. I like the under in the first fight. But yeah, definitely nothing is guaranteed. Tell us about the new optimizer. Yeah, I just got a optimizer, started it up about 2 weeks ago. I love it. It saves me so much money each month to be able to use that. Just got done making my lineups about an hour ago, getting those into DraftKings. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Very useful. You can put in your own projections, ownership, all that good stuff. $10 a month. Changing the game. If you had to pick one title holder to lose tonight, which one? If I had to pick one, I guess the one I'm worried about would be Shevchenko. Because Andrade, she is dangerous. She's going to be looking for the kill. Just her metric, her numbers are insane, off the charts. So I guess that's the one I'm worried about. But even then, I think they all do win. You're the man, Brady, trying to take down the $1 again this week. Yeah, you took it down last week. I almost took it down last week if it wasn't for Romanov. But yeah, hopefully you hit it again, man. I took your advice on Gravely TKO last week. Was a sweet bet. Yeah, Gravy looked fantastic. Any Connelly love it? No, sir. I'm on the Sabatini train. Do you see any chance for Smith? I mean, maybe. I think Crute would really have to gas himself out in those first 2 rounds, and Smith has to get like a late 3rd round comeback win. It's possible, I guess, but I think Crute does dominate this fight for the most part. 7-fighter parlay, no thank you. Even Masvidal knows he can't win this fight. I don't know how other people do. Yeah, Masvidal didn't sound too confident. Did you guys catch the where Chad Ochocinco asked him a question? He was like, tell me you're a lock. And Masvidal wouldn't tell him that he's a lock. So it seemed to me like there wasn't much confidence in himself with that. Usman by foot massage, I definitely agree there. I wouldn't say guarantee, but I hope you're right, Gunny. I hope you're right. If all 3 of the champs win, I'm going to be very, very happy. Shev over Usman and DK GPP. No, I'd go Usman. I go Usman. If Usman wins, I'd be shocked if he wasn't on the optimal lineup. I need a parlay. I'm going Shev Usman, but I bet at minus 165. It's like minus 200, minus 210 now. Usman's head movement is whack. It's getting better. Rose or Andrade in cash. If I had to pick one, I'd go Rose. Yeah, how don't people know that UFC's on Saturday? I think most of them are joking. I hope, at least. Final thoughts on the Vargas fight? I don't know. I think really anything can happen. I like Rong Zhu. Not all that impressed with Vargas. I don't know. I'm expecting maybe a finish, because you take a look at their finish stats, and both these guys they're finishers. You take a look at it, a combined 90% finish rate between the two, 91% for Vargas, 89% for Rong. We have seen Rong losing inside the distance in all 3 of his fights, and Vargas has been submitted once out of 3 losses. But yeah, probably the best combined finish rate on the slate. Yeah. So yeah, I think it does inside the distance. I think Rong maybe knocks him out at some point. but just not confident. I mean, the dude's 21 years old, not much tape available of him, but I do think he's the best prospect out of the three Chinese prospects making their debut tonight. I'm on that Usman Valentina parlay for my main bet. Me as well. We have 271 here. If you guys can hit the like, that would be sweet. Also, do want to remind you guys that I'm going to be in Vegas on next Wednesday, so I'm going to get my content out early. Hopefully get my breakdown video out Tuesday morning. I'm going to be going live Tuesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and then maybe I'll go live Wednesday as well, just to chat up with you guys again. A lot of people are on Weidman. I don't know why. Hall should put him away pretty easy. I hope so. I have a small bet on the Hall by KO plus 215. Because if Hall wins, it's going to be by KO. He's not going to win a decision. He's not going to submit Weidman, and he's going to get 15 minutes to do it. Two good underdogs for this card from a DraftKings perspective or a betting perspective. From a betting perspective, I don't really see much, man. I mean, a lot of people are taking the shot on Andrade just because of the line. Oliveira, I think, is live, but I wouldn't bet that. Some people are taking shots on Sekulic as like a fade of Grant. I see some people on Connelly as well. I don't agree with that personally, though. Yeah, not many dogs, really. Vargas getting slapped. Yeah, I can see it. Honestly, do you think Espino would have won unless he somehow got it? No, I thought it was 1-1 going into the third, and then I thought he was winning the third. So I thought he should have won 2-1. Ultimate footsie champion. Yeah, that's what it's going to be for sure. Usman leads. Goodness, and a stretcher. I don't know. Usman's never been knocked out. Could Masvidal be the first one to do it? I say no. Yeah, it was a joke. Parlay Usman with everyone. Only have one parlay with them. I was able to get Shev and Weili at plus 200 in a FanDuel special. Max bet of 100. Nice. There you go. Hopefully it hits for you. Oliveira is definitely not a lock. What are the odds that Carnelosi gets nabbed for PEDs in the future? And man, if you see her, I'd say pretty high. I'd say very high. Easily the most jacked on the card. Easily. Yeah, that's what I'm banking on. I bet the under 2.5 at minus 125. We've seen money fly in on that all week. It's now like minus 200. So a lot of people are on that with me as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird sloppy fight. Is Danaa a good parlay piece? He's decent. I would personally bet him straight. And I have bet him straight, but I guess if you're looking for a parlay piece, but I think there's better parlay options. I took a very small bet in Sekulic. Hey, no shame in that. I think he can win a decision just by Grant not doing anything. Maybe he does get takedowns. I think Sekulic is somewhat live. It's just you can't really trust the dude. But yeah, take a shot on him. Better than betting the Grant side at minus 200. I would like to foot stomp anyone that says my guy. Don't take the COVID vaccine. Brady, I'm drunk. Champ parlay. Maybe throw in Crute as well. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. Vargas or Sekulic for a punt on FanDuel. I guess Sekulic, but I think Vargas is interesting as well, just because of we don't know much about this Rong Zoo guy. Zhang's a beast. I'd be shocked if Rose won. I don't know. I see a lot of people on the Rose side. I'm personally on the Weili side. I do think the fight will be very competitive in the first round and a half, 2 rounds, especially with the bigger cage. But I'm curious to see how Rose looks in that round 3, 4, and 5 when maybe if she does slow down, Weili is not going to slow down. She's going to get better as the fight goes on. What are the odds if Masvidal tries to take down Usman? I'd be very surprised. Maybe he does. Maybe once. But I don't think see why I do that. I have Crute as well. My only concern is that line. I feel it is justified, but I worry Vegas is baiting people to overlook Smith. Dude never gives up. Could be a trap. I hope not. I'm really high on Jimmy Crute, so hopefully he gets it done. And I'm not that high on Anthony Smith. Really never have been. He's 32 years old, 50 fights. The damage is accumulated. We see him slowing down. He hasn't looked great. So yeah, I do think Crute does get it done. Yeah, if you want to hedge Usman by finish or Masvidal by finish, Masvidal by KO, you can do it. I'm not hedging. I'm not one to really hedge, but I do think if you want to hedge, that's probably the way you look. Can your optimizer keep fighters fighting against each other out the same lineup in easy fashion. Yeah, it's just a one click of the button. You can separate them. Let's go. I agree. Romanov screwed. Yeah, he screwed me out of a couple grand. It was unbelievable. I think he could. I think he could win by wrestling pressure. It's just at some point, Paul could possibly knock him out. Especially if he slows down like he did in his last fight. He's probably getting knocked out. So yes, I think he's going to look really good in that first round. But I worry about what he looks like in that second round if he maybe can't get that takedown, especially the third round. But I think he can win. It's just, man, it's gonna. I see him getting knocked out. Masvidal, Carnelossi or Danaa in DFS. Personally, I went Carnelossi, but I think they're both decent plays. So he does. That's the narrative. Bigger gas tank, and I agree. Is the optimizer in Excel or something? Need to know more about the nuts and bolts at some stage. Yeah, you can hit me up. I can kind of show you if you want to hit me up on Twitter. But no, it's not on Excel. It's a website. It's like a real optimizer. Like if you ever used an optimizer, it's just like that. Weili is a good bet. I sure hope so. I think she's a good bet. All three title. I don't know. I think Andrade Shevchenko has a really good chance of finishing, whether it's maybe Andrade getting the upset finish or Shevchenko just picking apart Andrade until she like lands a head kick or something. Like Andrade is so hittable. You don't really want to be hittable against Shevchenko. So that's the only one I could be concerned about. Maybe Weili a late finish. So the one I do think is going to be Usman goes to the distance. What about fight doesn't go to decision? I'm personally going the other way. I'm going with Usman by decision. Already bet it. What are your four most confident bets on the card? I'd say Usman, Shevchenko parlay. I would say the under in the first fight of the night. I really like that. Jimmy Crute, and I'll do Usman by decision. Those are probably my favorite four. Y'all who got screwed by your Romanov fight, did you guys pick? No, I picked Espino first of all, and second of all, I had Espino in DraftKings, and I needed him to score like 29 more points for a takedown, so I needed that decision to go to him. So yeah, I got screwed bad. Yeah, it's possible. Do you think Zhang versus Shevchenko is real? Who should be the favorite? I don't know. We'll have to see. That would be a fantastic fight. Andrade over under 50 DraftKings points. I think she gets in a loss if it goes 5 rounds. I think it's right around that 50 point mark, maybe 40, 45. 32 minutes for the prelims. What's your liquor of choice for tonight, Brady? No drinking for me. I'm waiting for Vegas. Brady, what we drinking tonight? Water. Got my water ready to go. Shevchenko versus Andrade over 2.5. Yeah, I think it hits. Everyone here should join the Discord. I agree. We talk UFC, Bellator, PFL, fights all week, and give out great tips, plays, DFS, Discord. Yeah, best Discord ever. Best Discord I've ever been in. Very active and fun. Lots of cool guys in there. Ariana Soriso. Rum and Coke. There you go. Espino won that, and I had Romanov. Yeah, I agree. Who are the locks beside Usman? I don't think there's a lock, but I think closest to it would be Shevchenko. Remember, boys, Usman got rocked early against Burns. Yes, he did. He sure did. Crute. Give me Crute. Crute over Weili and single. Round 4 or 5 for all the champs seem possible. Yeah, I agree. For nice odds, what do you think? No, I agree. I think it's very possible. Any concerns about the Danaa Batgerel fight being canceled? His training partner caught COVID. Well, after you told me that, yeah, I guess I have some concerns now, but I didn't in the first place. When did he catch COVID? Zhang, rounds 3 and 4 plus 2,000. I think he could. Thoughts on parlay of Carnelossi under 2.5. Crute, Valentina, and Usman decision. I think it's a good one. Yeah, Danaa by knockout. I have him straight. I have him by knockout, so a knockout would be sweet. I know MMA math is trash, but Rose put away Joanna twice, and Weili split with Joanna. Yeah, it's a completely different fight. I was thinking of parlaying the 3 champions, and then can hedge with a little Jorge bet by KO of the first 2 legs hit. Yeah, you could do that. If Rong wins, is it by KO? I'm leaning towards but Vargas has never been knocked out. You see Rong with an 89% finish rate. So when he's winning these fights, he's winning them by finish. It's just Vargas is very tough. So I don't know. Not something I bet on personally. I'd stay really far away from that fight. I don't know. I've looked into the next week's card a little bit already. I have one bet so far. Have not looked into that fight yet. I don't know if Reyes shows up and looks like he did in his last fight, he's gonna get smoked. I just don't know, how he's gonna look. I kind of want to see the weigh-ins and all that. But he looked terrible in the Jan Blachowicz fight. He looked awful. So follow most of your bets. Let's get it. Let's get it indeed. Yeah, I think he's live in the round 1, round 2. After that, I think Usman should cruise. But yeah, I'll be on the edge of my seat for the first round and round and a half, 2 rounds, and then kind of relax after that second round passes. Whitaker 1, did you get your hundo? I did not get my hundo, but it's okay. I don't need it. I did a parlay. Grant Allen, wrong. All fight is good decision plus Usman winner. 500 equals 1,500. I'm a little sketched though. Stoked for next week's fight is a good decision. Yeah, I think it has a good chance of hitting. I bet a 5,200 for a Masvidal to attempt a takedown. I can't even imagine the odds on that. Smith is the least Lionheart that is ever Lionhearted. Goodness. I don't know. He has a lot of heart. It's just, I don't know. I think he's on his way out. And it's crazy to say because the dude's only 32, but the guy's like 80 in fight years. Andrade, most handsome in the UFC. Yeah, she's handsome. Weidman is too chinny. I agree. Rose was ready to go in the third round against Andrade, just held on. Not sure she'll be able to handle Weili's pace and aggression. Exactly. You do not want to slow down against Weili. You do not want to do that. Usman or Masvidal. Give me Kamaru, Usman. Y'all just like Smith because he saved your JJ bets that fight. Maybe. Are any fights canceled? Not that I know of. Doing inside the distance, probably just not something I bet on, especially with the lines at it's like plus 100. Brady, I think I'll just pass on the Weidman fight. Hard to call. It's a tough fight to call. I think Weidman can implement a wrestling heavy game plan, maybe win the first 2 rounds, survive the third, or Hall knocks him out. Bet $5,000 on a takedown with a fighter that is 100% takedown defense. Well, I think he meant he's betting. I hope he meant he's betting on Usman to shoot a takedown. Did you just say a woman is handsome? Hey, she's handsome. Come on. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Jake Paul versus Amanda Nunes. I would pay to see that. Who do you guys have in that fight? Jake Paul versus Nunes. That would be hilarious. I know who I'm picking. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Yeah, but he cheated, man. He cheated so bad. That was terrible. He should have kept fighting. A, and then he lost the fight either way. B. So yeah, he's a cheater. Can't believe it. I don't know if I want to even see that fight. I think that fight was a weird fight. They took 2 really great prospects and put them against each other. I don't know, but yeah, he cheated. He cheated. Best fighter on the prelims to bet on, I think Sabatini, Danaa, Batgerel. That's about it. Those are my looks for the prelims. What do you think of the champ parlay? I like it. Drinking some Ronas. There you go. I think going to dance over Andrade's lifeless body KO round 2. I can definitely see it. I can see a head kick, her going down. I can see that. Hedging is for gardeners. I like that. Yeah, I'm not one to hedge. I typically never hedge, really. Hedging is for gardeners. Hennessy straight. There you go. Tequila. That sounds awful. EP poo-poo. I agree, Nick. I agree. Sosa and Lee, see in the Discord. See you guys there. Love the crowd reaction. Cowboy got at the weigh-ins. Me as well. Better cancel that before the card starts so we can fix our lineups. Yeah, that was bullcrap last time. The fight got canceled at like 7:04. Screwed a lot of people. Punting with Andrade can give you some really good lineups. Yeah, I have some Andrade. Let's see how much I have. I have like 17% Andrade. So I have a little bit. Didn't you pick Liang Na? I see Carnelosi and Bull. No, I picked Carnelosi, but I did bet the sub prop just because it was a crazy line at plus 500, 0.25 units. So a little small poke, but ultimately I'm going pretty big on that under 2.5. So as long as there's a finish, I'm happy. But I think if Na does win, it's by submission. But I think the most likely outcome is a Carnelosi TKO. But I really need that finish. Thinking of laying a decent bet on parlay over the 2.5 Rose Weili and Usman fight. It's not bad. I wonder what line that is. I hope not. No, I don't think it is. It says Natividad fight canceled. I hope not. I haven't heard anything. Danaa fight is still on. It would have been P. Yeah, I don't think it's off. Jiri never bet against an actual Viking. Yeah, the dude's a beast. The dude is a beast. And if Reyes shows up like he did in his last fight, he's going to get smoked. And we already see a lot of money coming in on Jiri there. I would not like to see that. I would not like to see any of that. But I don't know. Best two picks. Give me Usman and Shevchenko parlay. Smith curled up when I hit him. I feel sorry for him. I agree. His days are numbered in the UFC for sure. Chat is moving fast. Yeah, if you guys can hit the like button, that'd be sweet. 325 in here. Big card. Ready to go. Ready to win some bets. Maybe get a takedown on DraftKings. That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet. Would you take a hit by Hall or a Weidman kiss? I would take a hit by Hall, right on the chin. Maybe I'd go out, but I'm not. I'm gonna pass on that Weidman kiss, man. Best two picks. Nunez beating Paul. I'd take Nunez there personally. I'd take Nunez. I'd probably bet Nunez. It'd be a fun fight, funny fight. It'd be hilarious. Nunez easy. I think Jake gets it done against Nunez in boxing. Yeah, if we're talking MMA, it's Nunez clear cut, no debate about it. If we're talking boxing, then we can maybe it's a little bit closer, but I'd still probably go with Nunez, honestly. Nunez would kill him. Yeah, Nunez is a beast, man. 40-year-old prospect. Yep. The dude's 40 years old and a prospect. Pretty crazy. Rong, Zhu, and Danaa parlay is a lock. Definitely not. No such thing as a lock, but I do think they both win, I guess. Wouldn't have bet on Rong, though. Best two bets, Usman Shevchenko parlay, and give me Jimmy Crute. He's a prospect, man. He's a prospect. Something to look out for. And remember, in heavyweight, the age doesn't really that matter. We see Andre Arlovski going out there and getting wins at like 43. Brady, you picked Andrade, no, or were you trolling? Yeah, definitely not picking Andrade. Definitely not. Jim Bean, there you go. Yeah, we're on like a little bit of a delay. Exactly. Hedging is for DraftKings. That's where I do my hedging most. You're going to spark up Brady? No, not tonight. Your best bet for UFC 261. I think I already answered that. No canceled fight. Yeah, that was crazy. The Stevens injury at the weigh-ins, that was insane. Give me Weidman. Give me Weidman. I have a lot of Weidman this week, actually. I wouldn't be shocked if Hall knocked him out. Right here. But yeah, I'm looking for this card. We have like 20 more minutes, and then I'll head out of here. Any fights canceled? No, sir. Andrade inside the distance. Masvidal inside the distance. Weili parlay inside the distance. Parlay for the miracle payoff. Yeah, the odds on that are probably crazy. Trooper says Chris Cox, the main event's canceled. That'd be horrible. That'd be awful. Grant going to hurt Sekulic's recently redone jaw. Tough guy to come back for after a jaw surgery. Exactly. You're right. Interesting to note there. Yeah, he did come off of a jaw surgery. Dwight Grant hits hard. Bad combo. Two pick parlay. I would say Shevchenko and Usman, but the line on that's getting kind of crazy. Maybe you can do like a Crute Usman. Hit the like or your parlay won't hit. I agree. Hit the like. Hit the like and your parlays will hit, hopefully. 200 likes. Yes, sir. What's your DK lineup? I single lineup. Let's just say I have Kamaru Usman, I have Carnelossi, and I have taken a shot on Sekulic, I think, in single. And I think I have a single with Rose as well. I think I'm doing 2 different singles, one with Rose, one with Sekulic down at the bottom. Thought about Andrade, but I think Andrade is more like I like her in cash a little bit more. Biwaka would take the Weidman kiss. There you go. Which title fight is the most stackable? I only stacked one, and it was Shevchenko Andrade, because I do expect it to be somewhat competitive for the most part. But I think after the first couple rounds, Shevchenko does take over, lands a ton of volume. Andrade is very hittable, and I think if she eventually gets a knockout late, Andrade can rack up some. Like, her metrics are crazy. Like, her numbers are insane. Like, tons of volume, maybe a takedown or two, control time. So I do like that stack. I'm picking Carnelossi to win, but I think that Liang Na's sub is some value there. I think the under is probably the way to go. I wouldn't really bet aside. No injuries. The Monkey King would take that kiss any day, maybe. Kamaru by points is -115 on FanDuel. They never disappoint on the props. Big difference from betting him at -420. Masvidal ain't getting finished in Florida now that ain't happening. Yeah, I did bet on FanDuel as well, the -110 for the decision, and then I did sprinkle in the round 4, round 5 prop just in case. I didn't expect him to finish Masvidal, but just in case. But I would like to hit the decision for sure. I thought you said you were least confident in Shevchenko in the title fights, yet you're most confident in Usman Shevchenko parlay. Because I think they all win. But out of the 3 title fights, I'm least confident in Shevchenko. I really like Weili. I really like Kamaru Usman. I really do like that parlay. Brady Mob, I agree. And I like the parlay especially because I'm betting it myself. I'm not betting Weili Usman parlay. I have Weili straight. Foot rub by Usman or a 3-piece soda. I'm going to take the foot rubs all day. Let's see what we got. Would you consider Anthony Smith a can? I don't think so, but I've seen a lot of people saying it. I wouldn't consider him a can. I'd consider him more of like a journeyman. Give me Crute. I think Crute has upside for takedowns, control time, where you have Weili, who's going to more than likely not get any takedowns, control time, land a lot of strikes, but we see with the new scoring system going from 0.5 to 0.4, and we saw her like have a fight of the year against Joanna. She only scored like 105, something like that. He won the fight. Hopefully Usman wins it tonight. Are you making any GPP lineup stacking? Definitely not. I don't see how both of them score well with Masvidal being on his back or Masvidal on the cage. Are the fights tonight? Yes, sir. The fights are starting in 17 minutes. Weidman versus Baby K is a tough decision. Are you talking about in like a lineup? Yeah, very tough. I think they're both decent plays. I think they both have some upside there. I have a decent amount of both of them in DraftKings. Anyone like the Shevchenko getting the finish in rounds 3, 4, plus 800 and 1200? I don't hate it. Ultimately, I just want her to win. Masvidal won't win. I hope he doesn't. I think Usman, if he does finish him, hopefully it's in the 4th or 5th round. That'd be sweet. Folk, you appreciate that. Fade Crute. I wouldn't fade Crute. I wouldn't do that. Any subs or KOs in the prelims? I think Liang Na by sub plus 500 is interesting. I think Jeff Molina by sub plus 555 is interesting. Danaa by KO plus 280 is interesting. Karl Roberson by KO could be interesting. Other than that, nothing really sticks out. Good luck to you as well. Hit the like, and I have some Masvidal parlays. Well, good luck to you as well, man. But hopefully Usman gets it done. I'm buying it personally. No, I'm mauling. I hope so. Valentina, Andrade stack. Yeah, that's where I'm going as well. I think I'll take the Weidman kiss. I got a feeling it could be a long night for Hall. I don't know. If you guys are willing to bet, you can afford to buy the pay-per-view, support the product. It's why are people saying that? No, it's not off. Definitely not off. What do you think about the overs and the Zhang Rose? I think the overs hit. Not something I'd bet, but I think it hits. This card is impossible for MMA Fantasy. Had me picking some fighters at random. Yeah, it's a tough card from a DFS perspective. especially with the ownership and all that. It's going to be tough, but should be fun. Smith will KO Crute round 2. Maybe. Hope not. Sabatini, Grant, Carnelossi, Zhang, Valentina, Hale, Parlay. I like it. Only one I'd be worried about a little bit would be the Grant, maybe Carnelossi a bit. I think Sabatini is a pretty solid parlay piece. If I was not already parlaying Usman, Shevchenko, I might be looking at him. Wrong, I wouldn't, but I do think he wins. Yeah, underdogs are tough this week. Masvidal by surprise KO. I can already feel it. I feel some foot stomps. What's up, Laura? Good luck everybody tonight on your bets. Good luck to you as well. What's up, FN? Thanks for everything, bro. Let's make some money. I agree. UFC 099 All Champions Parlay. I think it hits. I hope it hits. If that hits, it's going to be a good night. Yeah, and I think people are making it up. Rong Zhu or Weili. I don't know. Maybe Rong Zhu because he's going to be a lot lower owned. What do you think is going to be the best low-owned fighter on DK? I think there's a couple interesting ones. I think the first fight of the night is going to be very low-owned. I'm attacking that pretty heavy. I think Molina is going to go very under-owned. I'm attacking him a little bit. I have like 15% of him. Other than that, Sabatini is going to be low-owned. I like him quite a bit, so I think those couple. Well, I've been getting KO'd around 1, possible. Paul says, I'm heading out. Good luck, everyone, and thanks for the great analysis as always, Brady. Good luck to you, Paul. Hopefully you have a good night. I hedge 2-unit Crute bet with taking Smith to win in third round at plus 1,600 for 0.25 units. Yeah, I think if Smith wins, it's going to be in that third round. Need Danaa. Yeah, I need Danaa as well. I am from Ohio. Sekulic by decision, possibly. If he just gets takedowns or just does more on the feet. I'm kind of scared for Crute. Maybe. I'm kind of scared about what happens if the fight gets extended. What's up, David? Good luck, my dude. Good luck to you as well. Usman by leg lock. No one's on Vargas. Yeah, I haven't really seen anybody on Vargas. Pretty from a Tapology perspective, Ariana versus Na Liang. Chance of Na pulling an upset. I think she can. Like, this is a really low-level fight, so I wouldn't shock me if she got an upset at all. Molina fight definitely on her own. Yeah, for sure. I think that fight is going to have like so little ownership on both sides. It's going to be crazy. Uriah Hall lost rounds 1 and 2 to 45-year-old Anderson Silva. Yep, that's the narrative for this week. Hold up, is that really Paul Pierce? Probably not. My name is Jeff. I think he does win. It's such a tough fight to call. There's like no tape on either guy. Give me Allen, but I don't love it. I don't love it. If he comes out here and wrestles, he's going to win. If not, he's going to lose. Simple as that. Don't understand the price on Dwight. Easy fade. Yeah, it's either he gets that knockout or he's going to bust. Vargas KO. Interesting. It wouldn't shock me all that much. Crute will make it look easy. Seems motivated. Smith just there. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Allen by Smith, very possible. Man, it's so hard to bet on Hall and Brown. I would not bet on either, but I do like that Hall knockout prop. Brown by KO or sub for prop. I think if he wins by finish, it's probably the sub. But I don't really want to touch that fight. Should bet on fight goes the distance. Andrade, Valentina, I lean towards no. Could be. I mean, he seems like kind of a knockout or bust guy, but I think the knockout's pretty live here. Smith retires, and honestly, maybe, yeah. Hall looked bad versus Silva. Yes, he did, but new matchup. Uriah Hall, the most gun shy in the UFC. He's gun shy for sure. I don't even think he's the most gun shy on this card. I think Dwight Grant's probably the most gun shy on this card. But yeah, he needs to throw more. Serious question. Do you have a real job? Are you able to live off these YouTube videos and your bets? No real job for me. I do this full time. Lots of work. Tons of work. Like, I'm up late every single night trying to get stuff done. Uriah Hall has been gun shy since knocking out the kid on the Contender Series. He never lived up to his potential, unfortunately. Very true. Can we call him a Crute pie? If he wins, sure. Go for it. Yeah, guys, we have like 10 more minutes. I'm going to quickly go through my quick picks, my bets, answer any final questions about out of here. Rumors that Rose might retire after this fight. Interesting. Interesting. Why don't you stream your reaction for the fights? I usually go on Pub Sports Radio Live. Not tonight, though. For the most part, I might hop on there for a little bit, but usually go on there to do it. But yeah, so we'll quickly go through the card here. Do I think Sabatini will look -5? I don't think -500. I think he'll look like -300 maybe. I think he wins pretty comfortably. Not that comfortably, but I do think he wins. So first fight of the night, Carnelossi versus Na should be an absolute hilarious fight. I do expect Na to come out here, spam takedowns, try to get this fight down to the mat. If she does not, she's going to pull guard. I do expect it to hopefully end within the first 2 rounds, first 2.5 rounds, as I do have the under 2.5 in this fight. I also took a shot at Na by submission, +500 for a small 0.25 unit shot, because if she does win, it's going to be by submission. I don't see her winning by knockout. I don't see her winning by decision. And Carnelossi has been submitted before, and she's going to really sell out for those submissions. Like, she's going to get a lot of opportunities to find that submission. But ultimately, I do think Carnelossi does survive that early round and a half. Na gasses out, tires out, quits, and gets TKO'd. But yeah, a fight that I'm really looking forward to. I don't know why, but I do have 2 bets on it. And ultimately, if that under does hit, I'll be very happy. We have Molina going against Iori Kuleng. And yeah, I like Molina. I guess it's just between the two of these guys, there's like not much tape on them. I'm going to side with Molina. I like the camp, Glory MMA and Fitness, James Krause. I do expect him to come in here with a good game plan. You have Iori, who he's aggressive, but he is very hittable. If Molina can get this fight down to the mat, I think he can have a lot of success. Kuleng has been submitted in half of his losses. Molina is a purple belt in BJJ. He has finished the majority of his fights by submission. So I think the Molina sub is on the table. It's sitting at +555. I did not pull the trigger on it, but I do think he can win. Zhu Rong going against Kazula Vargas. I like Zhu Rong, I guess. It's just more of a fade for Vargas on me. Vargas does not look great in the UFC. I do think Rong wins, but I just wouldn't bet it. I think the under, I don't know, even the under 1.5, like, not something I touch. Danaa Batgerel going against Kevin Natividad. I like Batgerel. I have 2 bets. I have him straight -138, 1.5 units, and I do have the KO prop, 0.25 units, +280. Natividad has been knocked out in both of his losses. He is very hittable. No striking defense. You do not want to be hittable against Danaa Batgerel. I do think he can knock him out here. Should be a fun fight, but I do like Danaa quite a bit. All right, getting into the prelims, we have Pat Sabatini, Tristan Connelly. I think Sabatini has him covered everywhere. The striking, the wrestling, the grappling, the age, every single aspect of this fight. I think Sabatini's better. I think this guy's the real deal. Connelly, 35 years old. Yes, he pulled off the upset against Michelle Pereira. I don't really see him doing that here. Brendan Allen, Karl Roberson. I think that Allen gets it done. I guess I just can't trust the guy. If he comes out here and wrestles, he has a great chance of getting that sub. If he wants to test his striking, he's getting knocked out. I don't necessarily agree with this line. I think it should be closer to a pick'em because it's up to Allen's game plan. Is he going to go for takedowns? Is he not? I leans towards he's going to and get the submission, but just not something I'd bet on. I also looked at the under 2.5. Did not pull the trigger, but something I looked at there. Dwight Grant, Stefan Sekulic. Grant probably knocks him out. But if he does not knock him out, Sekulic is very live to win this fight just based off of doing more, maybe wrestling, maybe getting takedowns. Sekulic training with Dusko Todorovic. Dwight Grant is somebody you can never, ever trust. So I think he's a live dog. Just can't trust the guy coming off of a PED suspension, 2-year layoff. I'm going to pick Dwight Grant to win by KO. I also looked at the under 2.5 as well. I just did not bet it. Oliveira Brown, I think this fight's going to be very close, very competitive on the feet. I think it's very close as well. Interesting to see what happens in the clinch. Oliveira is extremely strong, as is Brown. I wonder if Oliveira can take Brown down as well. I'm going to slightly lean Oliveira. No confidence in it. We see a lot of money coming in on the Oliveira side. I don't know why anybody would bet on him. It's just hard to trust the guy. But he looks ready. He looks in shape. Looks ready to go. Looks motivated. So should be a close fight. Can go either way. I do expect a close decision. All right, now getting to the main card, the pay-per-view portion of the card. Anthony Smith, Jim Crute. I really do like Jim Crute in this fight. I think he can take down Anthony Smith, kind of implement that Alexander Rakic game plan. Smith, 51% takedown defense. Crute showed that his wrestling is pretty good. He took down Olazechuk 8 times in that first round. I do expect Crute to eventually get the finish. If he does not get the finish, the third round could be sketchy, but at least get those first 2 rounds out or one. Weidman, I think Weidman's going to be winning this fight up until he gets knocked out. Hall's going to have 15 minutes to find that chin. Weidman's been knocked out in his 5 losses. He's 36 years old, about to be 37. I do think he's towards the end of his career. He has not been looking all that great. And I'm somebody that bet Weidman in his last fight, and he looked terrible. So if he does slow down like he did in his last fight, he's getting knocked out here. Shevchenko, Andrade, have her in a parlay with Kamaru Usman, my biggest play of the night. I think Andrade is going to make this semi-competitive, but Shevchenko, especially in the big cage, should be able to stay to the outside, pick her apart. Andrade has no striking defense at all, and I see a head kick knockout late in the fight. Zhang Weili, Rose Namajunas, I think this is another fight that's going to be semi-competitive. The first couple rounds, Rose did slow down a ton in that Andrade fight in her last fight, and if she slows down against Weili here, she's going to be in huge, huge trouble. Weili, first of all, does not slow down. Tons of volume, tons of power with that volume as well. I like Weili to win the fight, maybe late 4th round, 5th round as well, or even a decision when those last 3 rounds. Like I said, I think the first 2 rounds will be competitive, but I do expect Weili to take over. And then Kamaru Usman, I have a ton of action on this guy. I have him in the parlay with Shevchenko. I have the decision. I sprinkled the 4 and 5. I think it's going to be, somewhat like the last fight. He's going to take him down. He's going to control him against the cage, foot stomps, all that great stuff. And I do think he wins the decision. Maybe a late stoppage, but Jorge in 50 fights has only been knocked out once. So give me Kamaru Usman for the win and give me him to win by decision. Those are my bets. Those are my picks. Molina minus 125. So some money's coming in on the Molina side. There you go. We'll take like 5 more minutes and head out of here. If you guys want to check out some live reactions, breakdowns, go check out Pub Sports Radio Live. I might hop on for a bit. Can't guarantee it. Careful with that Sabatini line. Don't worry, I'm not betting it. Brady's so good at this. I hope I am. I like to think I am. I put a lot of time and effort into this. Love these streams right before the fights. Thanks, Brady. Canada, appreciate that shoot proof. Is that a Brady picture there? I like that. Grant is so scary. Yeah, he's scary in a bunch of different ways. Shevchenko, Usman for me. Brady and his cowboy Oliveira trust issue. Oh yeah, you can't trust the guy. But guys, it's time. Yeah, 3 more minutes and then I'll head out of here. Let's get this money. I agree. Weili's going to, I don't know about kill her, but I do think she, puts it on her late in the fight. Waiting to see how my DraftKings lineups are doing to buy the fight or not. There you go. Let's go. I agree. Too late to join the DraftKings. Yeah, probably too late now. Good luck, guys, to make some money. But yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter, DFS_numbers, Instagram, DFS by the numbers. I do post all my bets for free on fight day. If you do want early access to content, check out the Patreon. The link will be in the description below. You got the model you see. If I can pull it up, the model you see here with the new advanced stats option, the DraftKings stats, the final stats, projections, targets, lineup percentages, the new optimizer for the MMA premium, which is the DraftKings. You also have the betting with the betting article, the betting breakdown video, early access to bets. I already do have a bet for next week's card as well. So lots going on, lots of content. I'm actually going to be starting to research the card even more, hopefully get it halfway done by tonight for the next card, as I am going to be getting out my content very early next week. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. I had a lot of people in the chat. Won't be doing this same breakdown an hour before the fight next week, but I'll maybe go live like Wednesday. So hit the subscribe so you not miss out on it. But yeah, should be a fun card. Very fun card. So guys, good luck. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Good luck, boys. Let's get that money. I agree. We're buying yachts someday. Hopefully tonight we can buy a yacht. That'd be sweet. Let's bring home the optimal. I agree. Let's get it. I would love a takedown on this big card. Lots of big prizes. Have a good one, Brady. Good luck. Hope I win big so I can get optimal. I'm with you there. Cheers from Australia. Great preview. I hope everyone is going to make some cash and see good fights. Yeah, guys. So good luck, everybody. It's going to be a fantastic card, fantastic pay-per-view, 3 title fights, and still times 3. Hopefully, at least Shevchenko and Usman get him done. That's my big play, Shevchenko and Usman. But yeah, that's about it, guys. You can follow me on Twitter. I might be live tweeting a little bit before the fights. If you guys want to join the Discord, the link was in that below as well. But yeah, that's about it, guys. And good luck for UFC 261.